The Saraswati River, often mentioned in the ancient Vedic texts, is a fascinating blend of history and spirituality. Let's delve into the details. The name Saraswati comes from the Sanskrit words saras, meaning pool or lake, and wati, meaning she who has. In the Rig Veda, the river is described as Sarasvat Nadi, which signifies its importance as a deity in the Vedic religion. The river appears in all but the fourth book of the Rig Veda, indicating its central role in the Vedic way of life. The physical identification of the Saraswati River has been a subject of much debate. Many scholars associate it with the Ghaggar-Hakra river system, which once flowed through what is now northwestern India and eastern Pakistan. This river system is believed to have dried up due to the shifting courses of the Yamuna and Sutlej rivers, which were its main tributaries. Geological evidence suggests that the Saraswati flowed from the Himalayas to the Rann of Kutch. It is believed to have dried up sometime between the Vedic period and the era of the Mahabharata. The quest for the lost river began in the 19th century when British engineer C.F. Oldham proposed that the wide riverbed of the Ghaggar was created by a much larger river in the past. In addition to its physical presence, the Saraswati River is also considered to exist in a metaphysical form. It is said to form a confluence with the sacred rivers Ganges and Yamuna at the Triveni Sangam, symbolizing a union of spiritual energies. The Vedic Saraswati is also superimposed with the heavenly river, the Milky Way, seen as a path to immortality and the afterlife. The banks of the Saraswati were the birthplace of Vedic Sanskrit and the site where significant Vedic scriptures were composed. It is praised as the greatest of goddesses, mothers, and rivers in the Rig Veda. The river's disappearance turned it into a legend, leaving behind a rich cultural and spiritual legacy that continues to be celebrated in India. The Saraswati River is also linked to the prosperity of the Indus Valley Civilization. As the monsoons that fed the rivers diminished around 5,000 years ago, the civilization thrived, suggesting a close relationship between the river's existence and one of the world's earliest urban cultures. The study conducted drilling in the Great Rann of Kutch, an infilled gulf of the Arabian Sea, which was hypothesized to have received input from the Saraswati River if it was active. And senior isotopic measurements suggest that a distinct source, possibly the Saraswati, may have been present before 10,000 years ago. The research indicates that later in the Holocene, under a drying climate, sediments from the Thar Desert likely obscured the signature of an independent Saraswati-like river. The study does not exclude the possibility of a Saraswati-like secondary source, but suggests that the Indus and the Thar were the dominant sources throughout the post-glacial history of the Great Rann of Kutch. The GRK's history is closely tied to the Harappan civilization, with several Bronze Age Harappan sites flourishing in and around the GRK, including the large town of Dholavira on Kadir Island. The Harappan coastal economy, which was likely dependent on maritime trade, was influenced by access to the Arabian Sea, controlled by local sea level, and fluvial infilling of the GRK. Until its complete infilling a few centuries ago, freshwater input from the Indus and perhaps from the Ghaggar-Hakra Nara probably sustained a productive marine environment as well as navigability toward old coastal Harappan and historic towns in the region. The study underscores the importance of the Saraswati River in supporting the ancient economy and trade routes, which were crucial for the prosperity of the Harappan civilization. The research provides a nuanced understanding of the Saraswati River's existence and its role in shaping the ancient landscape of the Indian subcontinent. It highlights the river's significance, not just in terms of cultural and spiritual heritage, but also in its contribution to the economic and social development of one of the world's earliest urban cultures. The findings from the Great Rann of Kutch drilling project add a significant piece to the puzzle of the Saraswati River's history, offering a glimpse into the environmental and geological changes that have shaped the region over millennia.